Avatar 2 picks up over a decade after the events of the first film. Jake Sully, now the chief of the Metkayina clan, lives a peaceful life with his wife Neytiri and their children. Jake and Neytiri have two sons, Netayam and Loak, a daughter named Tuk, and an adopted daughter, Kiri. They also have a human boy named Spider, the son of Colonel Quaritch, who was born on Pandora but was unable to be transported to Earth in cryostasis as an infant. Jake is able to accept Spider as an adopted son, but Neytiri is distrustful of him given his human origins. However, all the children mingle and socialize well with each other, including Spider, whom Kiri is affectionate with, even though he is human. Spider does not embrace his human heritage and feels more inclined to Na'vi culture and traditions. They lead a normal life until one day they notice a strange star in the night sky. Much to their dismay, they realize it's an RDA spaceship with humans returning to Pandora to colonize it, erecting a new main operating base yet again, causing significant destruction to Pandora. Among the new arrivals in the ship is Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Na'vi body and with his memories uploaded from before his death. As a result, Quaritch is unable to remember his demise at the hands of Jake, but is only able to recollect the events in the past and his vengeful mission to eliminate Jake. To prevent the RDA from exploiting Pandora again, Jake leads a strategic guerrilla operation against the RDA supply lines, weakening them. In one of the operations, Loak, who disobeys Netayam and is eager to prove himself as a Na'vi warrior, tries to assist Jake in battle but is wounded. Jake rescues and disciplines him not to endanger his own safety by being reckless. That night, while tending to his wounds, Neytiri calmly reminds Jake not to be too hard on Loak, to which Jake expresses his concern as a father for the safety of his children. Meanwhile, the retaliatory strike on the RDA supply lines doesn't sit well with Quaritch, who initiates a search mission to kill Jake. During a playful venture, Jake's children, along with Spider, explore deeper into the rainforest. Unbeknownst to them, Quaritch and his team are in the vicinity, exploring the site where Quaritch discovers his human remains. An observant Loak notices their presence and quickly informs Jake. A skirmish ensues, and Quaritch's squad captures Jake's children. Jake and Neytiri arrive in time and free most of them, but Spider is taken by Quaritch, who recognizes him as his son. Aboard the ship, the RDA tries to coerce information about Jake from Spider, who refuses. Changing strategy, Quaritch addresses Spider as his son, and also to explain more about the Na'vi in exchange for his freedom on his side. Although uncooperative and unaware of Quaritch's actual mission, Spider teaches Quaritch about Na'vi culture. Quaritch is also successfully able to tame an Ikran flying creature as his vehicle. Knowing the danger Spider's knowledge of his whereabouts poses to their safety, and also to avoid another catastrophe, Jake convinces a reluctant Neytiri and his family to banish themselves from the Metkayina clan and retreat to the eastern seaboard of Metkayina, a coral reef island whose clan and lifestyle are adapted to Pandora's aquatic habitat. Jake passes on his chief mantle to his successor and leaves together with his family to Metkayina. Once arrived, they are greeted by the clan chief Tonau, and he gives them a tour of the village. They see the huts where the villagers live, the fields where they grow crops, and the river where they fish. They also learn about the village's culture and customs, such as the importance of honoring their ancestors and the significance of their music and dance. During Loak's adaptation to the new environment, he gets into a fight with Sirea's brother Aonung, who makes a crude joke about Kiri and their mixed human lineage. Jake rebukes his son's behavior and insists that Loak apologize to Aonung and his friends. However, they deceive him into venturing into the territory of a dangerous sea predator, the Akula, and abandon him there as revenge. The Akula attacks Loak, but he is saved by Payakan, a tulkun, an intelligent and peaceful cetacean species considered as the spiritual family of the Metkayina. Loak befriends Payakan and removes an old harpoon head from its fin, communicating with it through signing. Upon returning to Metkayina, Chief Tonawari learns of Aonung's trickery and requests him to apologize, but Loak takes the blame himself, earning Aonung's friendship. He also discovers that Payakan is an outcast among its species. Meanwhile, during a trip to an offshoot of the Tree of Souls, Kiri links with it to meet her mother, but experiences a violent seizure. Ronal heals her, but when Jake calls for Norm Spellman and Max Patel's help, Quaritch tracks them to the archipelago where the reef people reside. Quaritch interrogates the indigenous tribes about Jake's whereabouts aggressively, and failing to get the answers he wants, orders the whaling crew to kill the Tulkuns recklessly to lure Jake out. Loak communicates with Payakan and learns that he was cast out because he went against his species' ways and attacked the whalers who killed his mother. Upon hearing of the Tulkun slaughters, Loak, Tsireya, and Aonung set out to warn Payakan, who is being pursued by the whalers. Quaritch captures Loak, Kiri, and Tuk, but Jake, Neytiri, and the Metkayina embark on a mission to rescue them. Quaritch forces Jake to surrender, but Payakan attacks the whalers to save his soul brother, resulting in a fight that kills most of the crew and damages the vessel severely, causing it to sink. Neteyam rescues Loak and Spider but is fatally shot. Jake confronts Quaritch, who uses Kiri as a hostage, but Neytiri uses Spider as leverage, leading to Quaritch relenting. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Tuk are trapped inside the sinking vessel. Jake strangles Quaritch into unconsciousness, and Loak and Payakan rescue him. Kiri summons sea creatures to save Neytiri and Tuk. Spider rescues Quaritch but abandons him due to his cruelty towards the Na'vi. After Neteyam's funeral, Jake and his family decide to live with the Metkayina permanently.